Michael Terespolsky, thank you so much for joining us today. This is the first in a series of member interviews, EO member interviews, and the purpose is just to get to know everyone a little bit better and really add some more value through the bi-monthly newsletters we send out. So welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Awesome. So, Michael, as a start, can you tell us a little bit about your business? Calcachios, not Calcachios. People pronounce it wrong, don't they?
Everyone says Calcaccio, but it's actually Calcaccio. Calcaccio Pizzeria. I started the business with my partner in 1992 on her 21st birthday. She was stuck in the kitchen working, I was in the front. First day I'd ever worked in a restaurant, burnt all the pizzas that night. I gave everyone like free food, I just burnt everything, we got swamped and yeah, it was a bit embarrassing. And I'd moved down from Joburg, people were saying this couple, they're going to be going up to Joburg in 3 months' time without their shirts on their back. But I learned fast.
That was 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago, yeah. And I've got to say that I still have a lot of people from that first night as regulars today.
Wow, that's yeah.
So and we still laugh about it. And I started this business with a young girl, Kinga Baranovska, and she had the restaurant expertise. I was entrepreneurial. I approached her in Johannesburg. She had a restaurant up there. I said, let's go to Cape Town and open a business like this, and she agreed. And we came down and started running the business. I just had an epiphany that this was the game I needed to be in.
Burning pizzas.
Yeah, burning pizzas. And we came down and it was great. We opened our first store on the foreshore in the old Imperial Cold Storage building. It's changed names a few times over the years. It's now called North Wharf, redefined North Wharf. And there was nothing there. There was no Investec or Southern Sun or Cullinan. There was just us and the old power station on the corner.
Jeez.
And this empty lot. So it was quite an isolated building. A lot of people thought it was a very strange place to open a restaurant, but our name grew fast and fiercely, and we ended up getting full very, very quickly, and we built a good name. Shortly after we opened, my partner and I got romantically involved. I'm not sure if it's because she wanted to own the entire business or not, and then subsequently got married. And yeah, we've been together now, as I said, for almost 20 years. We've been married for, better get this right, 13, we've got 2 kids, and we're both still very actively involved in the business. We opened 2 other restaurants, which we eventually sold, and in 2003 we started franchising our brand called Calcaccio Pizzeria, and we opened our first franchise store in Johannesburg, in Bryanston. And it was a great success. A lot of people in Johannesburg who knew the brand from coming down to Cape Town were really excited about us opening up there. And I approached that franchisee, who was a friend of mine as well, and I asked him if he'd like to join us in the franchisor side of the business, and he said yes, and he came on board. He now heads up our Joburg office, and we run the head office in Cape Town. Since 2003, we've gotten now to 20 stores. And
20 stores, that's big.
It's not big by franchising standards, but we haven't aggressively looked to expand at an aggressive pace. We've just wanted to go with the right people and the right sites. And I think we've done that pretty well.
It feels big though. I mean, it feels like a household name to me. So my wife and I eat it at Calcachios all the time. I love your wheat-free pizza, by the way, but in Camps Bay. But it feels, 20 stores, but it feels like the presence is greater than that. That's a good thing.
I think we've built up a fantastic brand over the years, and I think we've boxed very smart with our marketing budget, because it's not huge. And yeah, I think we've managed to build up a brand that's way bigger than the actual number of the stores.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I mean, I've had good compliments from some serious people in the industry about our brand, so I think I'm doing it right.
Awesome.
You've never won, you can only be winning. So I think I'm winning at the moment. And we've recently just opened our first express shop, which is just purely a takeaway and collection and delivery type store in Rondebosch here in Cape Town.
That's brand new. I mean,
and yeah, just a few weeks old, and it's flying. It's just it's a different concept. It's not a big sit down. And from a franchising point of view, it's probably going to be very good for us. It's a much lower cost barrier to entry when selling a franchise, because restaurants are very capital intensive in setup costs. And we're pretty excited to see where that goes. You know, it allows a lot more people in the market to get involved in our brand.
Are you seeing a trend? Like, did you see that trend internationally for this?
Well, I think, you know, pizzas have traditionally, there's always been this, you know, delivery and collection, and you know, you look at every movie and you see the guy arrive at the door with a box full of pizzas. So it's not new. I think probably what was new is to develop a sit-down a restaurant specifically for pizza, pasta and salads. Not absolutely new, but there's not a lot of it. You know, there's much more. The market is much bigger in the delivery side of this game. Yeah, it's exciting and it bodes well and it's taken off well, so we're quite excited. Obviously, our sit-down stores are still our babies, and that's where we want to grow as well. Our stores are scattered around the country. We're in KwaZulu-Natal and in Gauteng, Joburg and Pretoria, as well as the Western Cape. And I think we're going to stretch our wings a little bit this year, get a couple more open in Durban, and get up the garden route into Hermanus and possibly George. It should be nice.
It's exciting expansion.
Yeah, so quite cool.
Thanks, Michael. Challenges I mean, as business owners, we come across these all the time. But can you give one challenge that kind of resonates with you in true kind of EO style? Share a challenge.
I just came from a talk by Robbie Brosen, the ex-CEO of Nando's this morning, where he categorically stated that you've got to be a little bit mad to be in this business, and I think he's absolutely right. We have a product that we sell, that we manufacture, and we sell to a customer who consumes it before they pay for it. And if they don't like it, they tell you they're never coming back and they're refusing to pay for it, and they're going to tell all their friends how bad it was and contact the newspapers. So it is quite a challenge. You know, most places you get paid up front, you get a deposit, not us. You can consume the whole thing and then demand that you don't pay. Challenges, we've always positioned ourselves in the market at the high end of what we do. And I think to remain at the top and delivering a really superior product to the average is hard work. You've got to make sure that all your franchisees are on the same path and they're not they're not drifting off the path. And you know, the thing with franchising is consistency. So regardless of where you position yourself, you must be consistent at that level. And because we position ourselves at a very high quality level, it's a lot harder to maintain that consistency. So that's probably one of our biggest challenges. That being said, most of our franchisees really buy into the brand and are passionate about it like we are. So for the most part, they want to be consistent and get it right.
So how do you overcome that? So there's this issue of consistency across the brand. Do you have central control, brand control? How do you deal with that?
We don't have a central distribution. We have approved suppliers, and the stores and the franchisees have to buy the same product. They can't go and buy salami from this store and a salami from that store. It's got to be the same, regardless of what the product is. So that we have strict control over, and our ops teams, our ops staff are in stores every week. They're in there, they're offering advice and checking up on things, and if they've got any challenges, the franchisees have any challenges, we deal with them, and we're there to help. You know, we are quite a big family, and you know, the object is to make sure that those stores are running at an optimum level. You know, if a franchisee is making money, he's happy to pay you your fees, and if he's not, we're the last guys to get paid. So it's in our interest to make sure that these guys have got profitable businesses. I mean, and that's what we want. We want people to invest in a business that's going to be lucrative and, you know, deliver on their return on investment.
Sure. Your strength comes from the strength of your franchisees. I mean, that's,
absolutely. In fact, we absolutely reliant on them for our income. You know, the better their stores do, the better we do.
Incentives are nicely aligned there. It's nice.
So it's a challenge, but it's great. It's really a lot of fun. Our brand is, I believe, is really, really good, and I think we get told that by a lot of customers regularly, and I think it makes it a lot easier to sort of go to work every day knowing that people just love what you do.
Michael, so you've been in business for 20 years. I think that's considerable, and to sustain yourself through those years, what keeps you going? What keeps you on top of your game?
Well, I think without a doubt it's my passion for my business. I'm extremely passionate about what I do, and waking up every morning and coming to work it's like going to play. It's fun and it's great. And
couldn't think of doing anything else.
Yeah, so it's quite easy to be motivated to get in there. We're always looking to push boundaries and stay ahead of the curve with regards to the product and the experience that we deliver to our customers. And I think we're quite successful at that. We were the first in the country to offer wheat and gluten-free pizzas. We were the first people to be approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. And we're always looking to find ways that we can do stuff that other people haven't tried before. And
that's creative.
That's creative, and it's motivating. It's very easy to come in and do that. Also, the fact that I know that what we do is really good. We get told by customers all the time that it's a great product. And I think when customers do tell you that the product is great, it makes it that much easier to come in every day and just make more of it and deliver more of it.
Absolutely.
So and I'm an old waiter at heart, so I think that never dies.
I think that creativity is so important. The drive. Obviously, you're passionate about the business itself, but you get to be creative. You get to do new things, break new boundaries. That's awesome. You broke some new boundaries recently with one of your digital marketing campaigns, didn't you? It was the slice. I remember there was a hashtag on Twitter and it said slice, something like that. Tell us more about
Pizza price slice. We were the first in South Africa to go down this digital road where we used Twitter to build a discount structure in our business. So the more you tweeted, the bigger the discount. And you had to tweet hashtag price slice or pizza price slice. And as the tweets grew, the discount grew.
That's very and that was in collaboration with another EO member, Rob Stokes from Quick.
That's right.
Yes.
And we sat together and we came up with this great idea. It was really successful. As I say, first in the country to go down that road. And it was quite bold. A lot of the feedback we got from people was, this is extremely bold. It's quite ballsy that you guys went down this road. A lot of people maybe wouldn't have invested money to try something that hadn't been tried and tested before. We've got another also very cool digital campaign that's coming out soon called the Pizza Academy, where we are getting a member of the public to design their own pizza. And it ties in with our Celebrity Chef series, where we raise money for charity. And our fourth celebrity chef will be this member of the public. You'd go into our website and you build your own pizza with an app that we've created for the website. And then we'll get our chefs to decide which is the best one out there, and that customer's pizza will get showcased for a month. And we'll donate R5 from the sale of every one of those pizzas to the Red Cross Children's Hospital. And the lucky customer gets pizza for a year.
I think the public's going to love that.
So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not a first, but there's not a lot of people who've done it out there, and more so the very big brands. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The way we've done it, the way the interaction on the website works, and engaging in our customers. Because there's not a week that goes by where some customer doesn't say to you, listen, you've got to put my pizza on the menu. This combination is just like so great. You've got to try it. It's got to go on your menu. I come here every week and I eat it. So we get that all the time in all our stores. So now's the opportunity for you guys out there to come and deliver on that promise of yours that you make the best pizza. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll be one of the first. I
hope there's no sardines and condensed milk or something like that.
And there will be. That's crazy. That's very interesting. Good luck with that initiative. Michael, to close off, and because we're talking about pizzas, what is your favorite pizza now, and maybe some highlights of favorite pizzas in the past?
I go through stages where I find a pizza and I eat it for months on end, sometimes even years on end, and then I suddenly change and I find another one. And right now I'm going through the Cedriano phase.
Cedriano.
The Cedriano, yeah. It's got salami, avocado, cherry tomatoes, chilies, and sesame seeds.
She said right up my street.
Yeah, it's not a healthy option, but it's fantastic. It really fills the void.
It's a hot stopper. That one.
It is a hot stopper, literally. But the prawns peri peri was a favourite of mine for many years. That's all I ate, I think, for about 5 years.
And I got some Portuguese mates who would hit that pizza.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Yeah. And I think we got our peri peri sauce really down pat. We make it ourselves. And we went through a lot of trial and error to get it right, which is what we do with all our products when we're trying something new. And I have to give credit to my partner, Kinga. She's the maestro in the kitchen. She's self-taught chef, and she just blows me away every time we've got a new menu, she comes up with new suggestions, and that's really nice.
I don't know how you stay in shape. I mean, I know that round is a shape, but you're not in that shape.
I think I got blessed with a skinny constitution, but yeah, I do a bit of running in the summer. When winter's too dark and cold, it's much easier to eat pizza and watch TV, rugby or something like that, than exercise. And then just drill yourself in summer and get it back in shape again.
Michael, that's been hugely interesting. Thanks for your time today. This is going to be the first in a series of member interviews that we do as a part of a way to really give every member the chance to, across forums as well, understand what the other EO members' businesses are all about. And the interview today has been really interesting. Thank you for your time.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you. I hope everybody gets to know a little bit more about my business, and I look forward to seeing the other videos that are coming through.
Excellent.
About the other members.
Awesome. They'll be through every 2 weeks. Michael, thank you very much.
Sam.